Carson-Newman comes out victorious with a 75-57 victory. Back on the Domino's postgame report, Michael Watching with Coach Mike Mincey. As we break down this game, Coach, down by 6 at halftime. You outscore Aiken by 24 in the second half. You hold them to 19 points. What changed for your team?
Well, it was my decision in the first quarter. I wanted to see if we could go 5 for 5, platoon a little bit. Really lost a lot of momentum there, and that was my call. But, it was a game I wanted to try to experiment that. Kind of set us back in a 10-point hole, and then we just never got momentum. But you got to give Aiken a lot of credit because they went 8 for 12 from the three-point line in the first half. Some of that was out of transition. Some of it was out of the half court. They were running their sets really well, running off a lot of screens. And then, again, we just weren't getting any inside points. We weren't getting an inside presence. It's kind of a weird game. It was a weird game, the way some things happened and the way some of the calls kind of stuff, didn't really understand. But nonetheless, kind of frustrating first half. We shot 29% from the field, I think it was. They're shooting lights out. And, I put it on the players at the half, like, what do you want to do, how we want to go out and do this in the second half. And I really liked how that starting five came out and said, let's take this thing over. And I felt like it didn't take them long, that they kind of made their presence felt. And once we got over the hump, then I think we played pretty well down the stretch.
You shoot, 18 for 33 in the second half. Mm-hmm. Why was your offense clicking a little bit better after shooting 29% in the first half?
Well, I think, one, and, of course, you're going to interview her. I really liked what Tori did today. She was that quarterback on the floor for us, that leader on the floor. She's coming over with ideas. This is what we can run. I really think she was a huge catalyst, whether she scores or not. I've been waiting on that, and I got it today. Then that white team got a groove going on, and they were really sharing the basketball. There was a lot of good passes, and so I've been waiting on that too, to where a team is skilled offensively as we are will share the ball like that. And, they're really hard to guard when they do that. So once they got clicking, changed up our press a little bit. I thought that really helped us as well. And then, we were wondering, are they going to be able to hit 8 threes again in the second half and shoot as well as they did? And, of course, they ended up making 2. And so I thought that was key as well. So change up on the press. How those starters in particular, they played almost the whole third quarter and, kind of put us on our back there and got us a lead going into the fourth.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the game. How do you find more options other than Braylon Weichel and Lindsey Taylor? And I guess we got our answer today. Campbell Penland, 21 points. Skylar Boshears, 14. Tori Rutherford, 11. That trio goes 16 of 27 from the field.
Yeah.
How nice was it for you to see that group take it upon themselves, because they really keyed that charge in the second half?
Well, when Tori, Campbell, and Skylar in particular, they're all winners, and I was really happy with how Skylar's played. When Skylar plays with that kind of energy and effort, she's a really good basketball player. Tori and Campbell are winners. I could see it in them out of halftime. This is not who we are. This is not how we should play. I mean, if you're going to be with the expectations we have, you're going to take people's best shot. And Aiken's playing at home. They're shooting the ball great. They're poised for the upset, and we had to just regroup and reset at the half. I do feel like that Tori and Campbell, with just their success they've had in life, from high school and even here, I could see it in them, like, let's go. And I was really I would rather just play the perfect game today, but, that's not what we got last night. We didn't get that today. We had to work through some things, and those two in particular did a good job. I could just see how they wanted to win. We know what Lindsey and Braylon can do. And then Skylar, I mean, she was all over the place. Defensively, getting rebounds, making good cuts, and getting stuff. So you put all that together, I think it's a good recipe for why we were outscoring them about over 24 in the second half.
Clayton State and North Georgia next week. What does the week of preparation look like to make adjustments from this weekend?
It's, obviously going to be a tough weekend ahead for us with Clayton and North Georgia, two really good teams. We're on the road again. I think it's just continue to work on that depth and find confidence, and that's what we're trying to looking for. I've obviously got confidence with that starting group, but trying to figure out how we're going to go with our big, what we're going to do once we go past Lindsey from the 5 spot, and then how can I work certain players into the game to try to get that. I mean, playing 9's fine. I tried to go 10 deep today. Didn't really work out in our favor for today's game. Not that we can't do it in the future, but just kind of getting off to a better start. We probably need to make some adjustments out of our press, not to give up easy stuff in the first half out of that, and just be a little bit more stiff defensively.
Coach, appreciate the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, Michael.